For weeks, the pressure had been building like steam inside a rusted boiler. Cleveland fans weren't just frustrated, they were furious. The chants at FirstEnergy Stadium weren't whispers. They were roars demanding a change, pleading for Shadur Sanders to finally get his shot. They were tired of watching Dylan Gabriel stumble his way through game after game, while Stefanski stubbornly clung to him like a sinking ship. That loyalty didn't make sense to anyone, players, reporters, or fans. It was blind devotion, football malpractice, and week after week, it bled the life out of a team that had the talent to contend. Then came the meltdown in Foxborough. A game that was supposed to be a get-right performance turned into a televised funeral for the Browns' season. Dylan Gabriel's interceptions weren't just bad, they were catastrophic. Passes that seemed drawn to Patriots defenders like magnets. Receivers ran open routes in vain, arms flailing, eyes wide in disbelief as the ball soared into the stands or straight into enemy hands. The offense wasn't just dysfunctional. It was chaos in motion, a portrait of confusion painted live for a national audience. The defense, led by the indomitable Myles Garrett, played their hearts out. 5 sacks, historic dominance, and yet Garrett sat on the bench, head in his hands, watching it all unravel. It was agony, pure visible agony. The cameras captured it all, the lifeless coach pacing the sideline, the quarterback staring blankly into space, the players' faces drained of hope. And somewhere on that sideline stood Shadur Sanders, helmet in hand, expression unreadable, burning with the quiet intensity of a man who knows he's ready but can't move. A caged lion forced to watch his pride be devoured. That moment told the entire story. Everyone in the building, everyone watching at home, knew what had to happen. The question wasn't if Stefanski would be fired, it was when. When the press conference began, Stefanski looked like a ghost. Pale, hollow, broken. His words were corporate filler, the same recycled nonsense every losing coach says when the writing's on the wall. We've got to execute better. We've got to clean things up. It was robotic, soulless. But then came the question that froze the entire room. Coach, do you still believe Dylan Gabriel gives this team the best chance to win? The silence that followed was deafening. The cameras zoomed in. The air conditioning hummed. And Stefanski couldn't answer. His eyes darted, his lips parted, and for nearly 20 seconds, nothing came out. In that silence, his fate was sealed. That was the moment, the exact second, his coaching career in Cleveland ended. Hours later, social media exploded. The hashtag #DowningFireStefanski didn't just trend, it dominated the internet. It overtook politics, entertainment, even celebrity gossip. Every major network joined the feeding frenzy. Stephen A. Smith raged on live TV, calling Stefanski's decisions coaching malpractice. Shannon Sharpe called it criminal negligence. Pat McAfee's crew laughed in disbelief. Cleveland once again was the butt of every joke. Ownership had no choice. They had to act, and fast. By morning, the news broke. Kevin Stefanski was officially fired. Adam Schefter reported the meeting lasted 5 minutes. No pleasantries, no sugarcoating, just a firm handshake and a walk to the door. Stefanski, sources said, was stunned. He thought he had more time. But time had run out months ago. The locker room, the fans, the city, they were all done waiting, and here's where the story takes a turn only Cleveland could deliver. As the announcement spread, the Browns' locker room erupted, not in shock or sadness, but in joy. Pure, unfiltered relief. Players hugged, laughed, high-fived. For the first time in weeks, the air felt light again. One veteran told a reporter, "It's about damn time." Another said it was like, someone opened all the windows and let the poison out. The message was clear. They weren't celebrating a man's firing, they were celebrating freedom. The chance to start fresh. The chance to win again. And at the center of it all was Shadur Sanders. Calm, focused, no celebration, no ego. Just quiet resolve. He walked through the tunnel, nodded to his receivers, and said 4 simple words that sent chills through everyone who heard them. Let's get to work. That was it. That was the birth of a new chapter, a new era for Cleveland football. Within hours, the momentum shifted. Nike reposted Shedur's latest commercial with a caption that said it all: "The future belongs to those who are ready." The timing was flawless, the message unmistakable. Shadur Sanders wasn't just stepping into a starting role, he was stepping into destiny. Analysts debated not if he would start, but when. The fans, exhausted and hopeful, rallied behind him like a city starved for redemption. This wasn't just the firing of a coach. It was the end of a philosophy that valued pride over progress. For years, Cleveland clung to the idea that patience and process would eventually lead to victory. But patience had turned to paralysis. Process had become an excuse for failure. Firing Stefanski wasn't just about accountability. It was about rebirth. It was about finally listening to the heartbeat of a fan base that bleeds orange and brown and demands something better. And in the middle of that transformation stands Shadur Sanders, a young man who's endured the worst of it with grace and grit. He's watched, waited, studied, and stayed silent while the team around him collapsed. But now the silence is over. His time has come. The future begins now, and it begins with him. Because in Cleveland, nothing ever comes easy. But when the storm finally breaks, when the city rises again behind a quarterback who refuses to quit, that's when legends are made. The fans can feel it. The players can feel it. The league can feel it. Something real is finally happening in Cleveland. So here's the question every Browns fan has to ask tonight. Is this the turning point? Is this the dawn of a new era, or just another heartbreak in disguise? What do you think? Did the Browns finally make the right call? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's debate it out. And if you love the game, the passion, and the drama of football, don't forget to like this video. Subscribe for more updates and hit that notification bell, because the story of Cleveland's redemption is only just beginning.